Okay, so it's official. I the mm, I think I'm settled that I don't want Amara and MJ to be together. I think I've gotten settled on that, just like it's my decision. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 3, episode 4, and I think I'm settled on this relationship with MJ and Amara. Um, I'm not going to say that he doesn't have her best interest at hand, but it's just the way in which he handles it. And for the most part, what we've seen here in the past 4 episodes is MJ makes Amara sad more than he makes Amara happy. When she's in his presence, it's like she's always sad. Now that's good or is that bad? I don't know. But she wasn't all that sad. We always seen Amara. Amara was happy, sad all the damn time now. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not liking it. Anyway, let's get started. So we're still at the bar. This was the whole little situation with MJ and Julian. And of course he's taking up for her and her, what's best for her and all of that. But she's over there. She got sick. And MJ and her ended up leaving the party. So they left. After they go, we got Hood Brat, Sukiana, and Nikki are there. Now, Hood Brat, and I didn't see this coming. This was like out of left field. Hood Brat made it very clear. Listen, if you got a problem with Sukiana, you got a problem with me because we've been cool longer and all of that. Now, I didn't get that when she was talking to Nikki. When Nikki was talking to her, she was just like taking the tea, taking it in. But I guess she played her part, played it cool. Like, okay, I'm going to listen to everything this bitch say. And then I'm going to tell Sukiana and then she's going to get her together. But I never thought that she would actually do that. Now, in this piece, I can't say that she's right or that she's wrong. I can't say she's right or she's wrong. She's being loyal to her friend. Was it a little unnecessary? Yeah, but I mean, I guess for sure. I don't know. I'll weigh in on that at enough time. But anyway, so all of that's going on. So now we got this whole thing. Sukiana, she ghetto fabulous. She rolled right up on Nikki and she starts talking to her. And the whole thing was, well, did you say that you were better than all of us? And I'm like, girl, why are you so bent out of shape at the fact that she said, y'all are rappers. Rappers all the time say they're better than everybody else. But whatever, the whole thing is that you basically were talking about her, outside of her circle. You were talking about her behind her back, and you were talking about her to a friend of hers. So, okay, we're going to stand on that. Whatever, Sukiana, you get it. But that's fine. So she's asking her, and then Shay tries to intervene, and Shay said that earlier. We know that about Shay. I always stick up for the underdog. But Nikki not really an underdog. Nikki was coming across as a bit of a punk. Nikki got a lot of mouth, but she ain't got a lot of action. Nikki was standing there ready to do some heavy backpedaling and pussy popping with the whole thing with Sukiana. And it just ended up flipping, and it became a whole girl fight between Sukiana and Shay. Because Sukiana got her, so she told her, she said, you're an old bitch. And your pussy stank. I said, oh, no. So the two of them were going back and forth. And then Sukiana had this blouse that had the long sleeves. It was cute. It was a whole jumpsuit, but it had these long little peasanty cuffs. And baby, she was talking to Shay and she kept saying, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. And she was doing this thing, and she got the smacking Shay in the face with the fabric. I said, they get ready to fight, child. They gonna fight. Because the first time she just swiped me with that damn cuff, I'd have gave her. But yeah, they got to going at it, and it was a whole mess. And Chatsuki on the funny though. She gonna say, I'll call animal control on you, you ugly bitch. I said, oh Lord. So that was a whole big mess. The whole time this is going on, Nikki ain't moved. Nikki's standing there looking at them. I said, that bitch is a punk. She's a punk. And Shay, you ain't even paying attention. You done took up the whole fight. You out here in a whole fight. You looking cute. You know, I always be messing with Shay since she a little ugly. But she done got some work done. Shay's looking good. Shay, you know, I be being smart. I be calling her a little ugly and stuff. But Shay was looking good. She had this nice little dress on. You know, her body is banging. She had this nice little dress on, had her heels on. She's thoroughly together. She stays together. You know, I just poke at her because that's just what I did. And again, she don't look like what she used to look like. She'd been down to Dr. Curves and Dr. Swerves and everybody else, but whatever. She's still a little ugly to me. Anyway, but she's looking good and ended up being escorted from the premises about a bitch that's standing there. And the Mr. You fight with her, we found out later, she done stole Sukiyama's phone. So Nikki not only is a punk and a backpedaler, the bitch is a thief. She's a thief. I said, Trick, where you get this whore at? Where did you get this whore from? Stealing phones, arguing, ain't gonna fight, ain't gonna bust a grape. We're gonna talk some more about her in a minute. Just hold on. I ain't done with her. I'm gonna wear Nikki's ass out. So just let's come with me, my loves. I'm gonna wear her ass out. Anyway, Miami Tip and Prima Donna. They had a little sit down and they talking. And I told y'all before, I was looking at Prima Donna is just as pretty as she can be. She really is. She's as pretty as she can be. And she stays snatched. But that's her brand. So that doesn't shock me. But I'm just looking at her in her confessionals and just looking at her when she comes. She has a bold presence. She keeps herself up. She definitely represents for the big girl. Just like I felt like with Tokyo Vanity. And I'm not no Tokyo Vanity fan. Because Tokyo says some problematic shit. But Tokyo's pretty, and she keeps herself together, and she's a big girl. She's really, a heavy girl, but she keeps herself together, and you can't read her on that. Now, out of her mouth, she says some ugly shit out of her problematic-ass mouth. But anyway, that's another thing. But I think Prima Donna is fabulous. I'm here for Prima Donna. She takes fashion risks. That great, baby, she wore this green dress at the later part of this episode that was just ugly. It was ugly. Ooh, it was giving me Glenda the Good Witch, honey tease. I was like, but girlfriend was snatched. She was snatched. Her body was so thoroughly snatched together. Anyway, her and Miami Tip sit down. They talk about Sukiyama a little bit. And they both were saying, they want her to win. They definitely do. They want her to win. They like her. Then the two of them were actually speaking about their relationship. And Miami Tip talked about how she felt a kind of way when Prima Donna left and went to Atlanta. How she felt like she just left her behind. And then like the communication dropped and everything like that. And sometimes that type of stuff does happen. But she apologized. She said, I never intended to make you feel that way. I was trying to get my shit rolling, and I was just laser focused into doing what I've done. And she did. She accomplished what she wanted. Now she's back. Everything cool. Miami Tip accepted the apology. It's no problem. I'm liking this new calm down Tip. There's like a level of maturity has been reached with Miami Tip. Because remember, I talked to y'all and I questioned, I said, how the hell is she going to manage somebody? She ain't got her shit together. But yeah, Miami Tip seems to now have her shit together. Like a large piece of growth. I don't know, her season, from her first season with this, like she's had a large growth. She's like a completely different person. She's so calm and definitely more mature. I don't know what might spike her off, but up till now, I'm seeing a way more mature. She is reminding me so much of Trina's persona. How Trina's like the level-headed one. Miami Tip is giving me that vibe now. But anyway, Prima Donna is planning a launch party to introduce like her little stuff, her little products and stuff, her whole product line. So she's like, okay, cool, no problem, I'll definitely be there. Let's go back to Amara and MJ. They're sitting down talking again. And again, the conversation, of course, is about Julian. And they go on, and it's this whole thing about this bed story in LA. And he's like all pissed and all bent out of shape. A lot of this is MJ, you feel threatened by Julian. Now, Julian did some old fuck shit. He did that. He tried to slip into bed with Amara. I told you before, y'all know I don't like girls at all. But shit, I might have to try to slip into bed with Amara. Amara's bad. It just is what it is. And MJ, a lot of your problem with Julian is you're jealous. You're jealous and you're insecure about the fact she loves Julian. She loves him. And there's nothing you can do about it. She's not, I don't even think she's actually attracted to Julian. But you got a problem because you're insecure, and you're leaning on this whole his management style thing, but he truly hasn't done anything sideways to Amara. Now, did he screw Trina? Yes, he screwed Trina. He screwed Trina, but he ain't never made a misstep with Amara that we know of. You have no proof, no receipts of him making a misstep with Amara at all. He screwed up. We watched him screw up his relationship with other clients for Amara to get Amara where she is. So MJ, I'm side-eyeing you because I think a lot of this is about your insecurity about Julian and your woman. It is what it is. If it ain't Julian, it's going to be somebody, baby, because you got a whole dime piece. Somebody is going to always want to and try to slip in a bed with Amara. So you might as well either get on board or get somewhere and sit your ass down. But this coming at Julian, this is what this is all about. But he's steady telling Julian ain't your guy. Julian ain't your guy. Whatever. Later on in the program, Amara and MJ end up going to see. And that's the other thing. He's not your manager. Stop dragging that bastard everywhere with you. But he's leading the charge. And they go to see her attorney. She's basically trying to get away from Julian now. And I'm looking, and she says, Julian is my friend. And this was the point where I said, okay, I've had enough of MJ. Because he talks down to her. Talks down to her like talking to a kid. This ain't about how you feel about him, and this ain't about him being your friend. You're right, it's not. This is about your insecurities with Julian. And again, no missteps made. Now, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I ain't saying that. No missteps made at all. Anyway, her music is out. Her shit's popping. She seems to be the most popping artist on here. She's the one we see. We don't even see Trina and Trick nowhere. All we see is Amara. Amara is always on my timeline. Julian's doing his job when it comes to Amara. She's always in a photo shoot. She's always at a booking. She stay booked and busy. What is the problem, MJ? MJ's the problem. But anyway, so you try to sideswipe him. The attorney come back and let her know Julian wants, if y'all are going to part ways, he said that's fine. He ain't going to fight you. But he wants 100% ownership of the work, all the publishing and the masters. He's keeping 100% of it. So you literally have worked for nothing. Everything that ain't been released and all that, he gonna make money off of it. He could release albums and whatever he want to do, or don't. So he can literally hold up on all your projects and you won't be making any money. And that's probably what will get done. And other than that, I mean, he can go ahead and release stuff in conjunction with, if you go get with somebody else and you start working on projects, he can take and release projects on top of the projects that you're releasing and make you compete with yourself. So this ain't going to end well. You gotta open up your eyes, girl. Stop changing wigs and look around what's going on. Um, MJ and his little insecurities is great. Screw your business up. If you worrying about Julian messing up your business, but it ain't Julian. It looked like MJ is gonna be the one to mess up your business. But anyway, whatever. Whatever. And I'm not saying she should be locked down to Julian like that. And that's she's got the crying and carrying. But she's like, he's gonna screw me. This now is business. It really ain't about friendship. You're talking about firing him. You're cutting him out of your business. So no, it's not about friendship anymore. Y'all can still be friendship. But right now, he is doing his thing to protect himself. It has become business now. You asked him to straighten up what was going on in the street to make you feel comfortable. He did it. He did it. And what you did as a thank you was turn around and start working behind him to fire him. Julian's doing exactly what Julian's supposed to do. Now you go do what you're supposed to do. It is what it is. I can't say I feel sorry for you, Amar. It is what it is. You in a position to be screwed. Real good and real hard. But whatever, girl, you did it. Anyway, moving on. So, Miami Tip sits down with Sukihana. And they went to this little place. And Sukihana just is just the ghettoest of the ghetto. And she was just a lot. In this restaurant, she was a lot. She was loud. She not listening. She not listening at all. Miami Tip's trying to talk to her. I mean, to the point where she was actually embarrassing Miami Tip with her behavior in the restaurant. I'm like, oh God, no. I mean, if I can't even take you to a regular lunch date, you cute. I mean, it's like she never turns it off. I don't know if she knows how to turn it off. Sukihana, girl, you got work to do, sis. Because all that ain't cute. That ain't cute. You definitely need a makeover. You need a makeover. Anyway, so let's move on. Shay and Nikki meet up. This is when Shay realizes that Nikki actually stole. She stole Sukihana's phone. So she's gonna have to come see me to get it. Shay got a piece of the damn outfit where they was pulling and tugging. She had ripped her little sleeve. She got a piece of that. This nasty whore took it up. Nikki took it and put it in between her legs. I'm like, girl, what is this? This is like a pad. I said, she's so trifling. She's so trifling. Nikki's just. Oh. And then she got these 3 babies. She's over here bragging about having 3 babies' daddies and the fact that each one of the babies' daddies only have that one child with her, but they only want to have kids with me because I have kings. See, 3 kings. You want to have a king? You come to me. I was like, bitch, do you think that's cute? That ain't cute at all. So you're a breeding ground. That's what you pride yourself on breeding. If you don't go sit down, what we doing here? Making music or puppies? What you doing? I said, she is so trifling. So trifling. Even in my notes, all I wrote was, ooh. Ooh, bitch. Ooh. She's a tackhead. A whole tackhead. Shay turned her face up at her. Y'all know Shay's ass is ghetto. Shay was like, ooh. A mess. And she's a thief. A breeding ground and a thief. Not good. Moving on. Later on, we had a little thing where Trick and Joy had a little conversation. He done professed his love to Joy, child. He talked about he's done with Nikki and all that. And Joy said, well, what do you want, Trick? What are you looking for? He gonna tell her, look in the mirror. I said, Trick, no, you ain't trying to slide some old slick shit on her. He want Joy back, but we all knew that. Anyway. Then there was this scene with Briscoe and Hood Brat where that was like deep. It was a deep thing. It was deep. They were both talking about, their situation about him being gone and her losing her sister and just the fact of how they struggle. And they were getting their feelings out. They had a real deep conversation and they are cool. They got that whole brother and sister bond. They're like a young Trick and Trina. And I would definitely like to see them have something come out because their stories match. Their look, the aesthetic of them two is truly young Trick and Trina. I think they could do something really good. Really good. I would love to see them do some stuff together. Well, they're working together anyway, but like really release some music together like Trick and Trina back in the day, because that's exactly what they give me. Young Trick and Trina all over again. Um, Hood Brat did a little scene where her niece and her nephew, it's the kids of the sister that actually died. And oh my God, the kids, they favor her, but the little girl looks exactly like Hood Brat. Like she could have spit her out. She looks exactly like I said, oh my God, your niece looks exactly like you. And you could tell that little girl, it adores her aunt. She just was looking at her, and her little eyes were just as lit up. I said, "Oh, child, she's in love with her aunt, honey." And they're staying with an older sister because Hood Brat works all the time and stuff. But all the sisters are all helping to raise them. But the kids really want to stay with Hood Brat, and because she's younger. She's younger too. But I'm telling you, when I was looking at that, the little girl, the little boy too, but that little girl, she's looking just like her, and her little eyes was just lighting up. Hey, like her aunt was just everything. I said, okay. I said that was so cute to me. Very cute little kids. Um, yeah, they're gonna be fine because it looked like their aunt's gonna make sure they have everything that they want, honey. They ain't got their mama, but they're gonna have everything they want. But I was like, that conversation was a little too heavy. They're young. But it was what it was. She let them know that their mama loved them and all that. But they didn't sing too much. The conversation was a little too heavy. They probably should try to hold off on those conversations, period, until they get older. If they the more of that they can forget, the better. About cops coming to get her and all that. The more of that shit that they can throw away for right now, the better. They're young. Anyway. So so we go over to another little restaurant, and here we got Joy, Jocelyn, and Trina. Child, Jocelyn, we see you already on some fuck shit. Already. You are here for mess. And you have this big X on Prima Donna's back. You talked about Prima Donna and her party. She has this party, and that Trina and Joy were going to the party. And they're like, well, why don't you come and y'all need to have a sit down? Trina's trying to be the voice of reason. You still calling her Prima Piggy and all this old dumb shit. And you just got it for her. You just want to you trying to convince them about how she defames other people's character. But meanwhile, you're sitting here doing that to her. And they're looking at you like, Jocelyn, why? But anyway, she's sitting there talking about she's going to send her a gift. So we were like, well, what is that all about? Sure enough, let's go on over to the party. Prima Donna has a party. I told y'all about the ugly ass green dress. But everybody else was dressed in white except for Trick. Trick had on a white t-shirt, but he had on a burgundy pullover. Not pullover, a burgundy sweat jacket, a fleece jacket, and a burgundy little hat, little scully hat. And she's like, I'm gonna let you slide just because you Trick, I was laughing at that. But the party was real cute. Everybody's dressed in their white, and she had a little space ring out. And everything going fine, right? Briscoe and Trick had a little conversation. They talked about the whole Nikki situation. And Trick told him, he's like, we ain't going to fall out about no boy plays. And I'm done with Nikki. I don't want nothing to do with her anyway. Then he made mention that he had went out on a date with Joy. Now Trick was like, what? You went on a date with Joy? Then the conversation got interrupted because Prima Donna came out. It's like, good thing, because he wasn't going to tell you to just excuse that. Boy, you better stay away from Joy. Anyway, so that little thing went on. And then Prima Donna's doing a speech. And the next thing you know, you hear this beeping. And she was like, is it me? Or do I hear a damn Tonka truck backing up into my shit? And sure enough, it's a truck comes up. The truck got a video screen on it. And it's a message from Jocelyn. Call her Prima Peggy. And so I sent you a gift, bitch. I sent you a gift. And she's like, and Trick, they go down there. Miami Tip's like, girl, don't open that truck. It might be a damn bomb. She will say, girl, let me see what's in this damn truck. Open it up. It's a roasted pig that ain't roasted and got the damn apple in the mouth. Jocelyn, we see what you on. You doing your regular. You picking. Ain't nobody done nothing to you. You picking. It's just ridiculous. And I just looked at her. I was like, so that's it. Prima Donna is going to be Jocelyn's victim for now. So we see what angle you going, Miss Jocelyn, honey. Anyway, a mess, but y'all know I loves me some Miami, honey. It is what it is. I loves me some Miami. Thieves, breeders, pigs in trucks, and it's all kind of shit. Honey. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next week. Later.